Also, two straight starts for you at this point, and obviously not playing a whole lot at Oklahoma City. Has that allowed you to get into a little bit more of a rhythm offensively to start these games than you were maybe earlier with the Hornets or back in OKC?
Of course, unfortunately we have a lot of injured players. That's what is also one of the reasons that I got these minutes. But at the same time, I know that any chance that we got here is not for granted. It should be used the best we can do. So it gives me a lot of confidence, honestly, and the game is always the same. This is what I can say, especially in my age. So I'm just happy that I got this opportunity.
Turnovers are obviously a little bit higher tonight than you guys probably would have liked. What would you think is the biggest issue in that particular area?
Yeah, I mean, turnovers kill us. Starting from myself, I think none of the players want to make turnovers. This is my opinion, and some lack of concentration, some lazy passes, some slow entry passes where they were really aggressive. It was obvious that they go for risk in terms of stealing the balls. They are on passing lines. They are very tall players and they have a huge wingspan. So I think we should have been a little bit more physical, just getting the ball. But this is what it is. We have to learn from this and also finding the way to finish the game better, honestly.
Also, you know, it's kind of pure point guard past first at times, but 20 points tonight. Can you just talk about taking the defense gives you out there?
I mean, passing first was something that I grew up with that mentality, but I realized by the time that you just have to be capable of everything, no matter which league you play, whether it's especially NBA, but also EuroLeague, you just have to be capable of many different things. One of the things is definitely scoring ability. So I don't think offensively I had ever some problem, but over the years I work on my game, work on everything. I think still there is room to improve some details in the game, especially the rhythm shots and the things that I was doing mostly in Europe. But of course, once you come here in NBA, they want to get from you the best, and you have to give this to the team. But once you get more and more freedom, and if you work on your game like I really do, I think everything will settle. So today it was just that chance I tried to use. Obviously, pick and roll game for me is something I've been playing so long. So I think that tonight was just a good night. I don't.
It seems like sometimes when you turn that corner or get the first step on a defender and you go into the basket, you don't really make your mind up whether you're going to shoot it or pass it to the last second. What are you reading out there and kind of see it when you kind of make the decision, well, last second pass out to the corner or go and try to finish up?
I think you describe very well. This is, in my opinion, the hardest part in basketball, just to play in the moment, because normally people make up their mind a little bit and play kind of safe, which is great. I don't want to say anything, but I think in the past I realized that as a ball handler, as a creative guy, you can't just rely on certain specifics. You have to work on every detail. You have to have your routine, of course, some shots that you like the most, but in terms of reading the game, the best way is to read in the moment. So I always kind of knew where the play is supposed to be. Also, that instinct for the game, you just have to have a little bit, but constant analysis of my game brought me to the level that I can play this way. Of course, risk of turnovers there. I'm honestly happy that sometimes coach can understand this, but my initial idea is always to find the best player in the best position. That's how I can play.
Vasa, since you've been here, what jumps out to you about Brandon? Obviously being a rookie and now having just an increased role in the team all year.
I'm rookie too. He's super talented. I mean, the game we play against them in OKC, I was at that time in OKC. We played them out, but he had a great game that night, and I realized some details that was something that I liked in terms of his skill, in terms of his size. I think he has the right mindset. He loves basketball, which is the first and most important thing. But what I've seen, let's say in OKC, with the young guys who are improving so fast, and they are similar age like him, that should be maybe something that he can see and he can take as a benefit to be aware that he can do the same in terms of like not waiting so long, just working on his game, his body. He's so raw. I don't know if I say right. He can really improve a lot in every aspect, but as a base, he's really so talented. I honestly say this.
Also, Coach mentioned how it's been a tough stretch for you guys. You haven't really had 2 days off in a long time. How important is it not only to you but for the team to kind of be able to rest up and come back fully healthy, or kind of come back more healthy than you guys are right now?
For me personally, I honestly get used to play so many games, and I don't think he said something that is not a fact. It's a true fact, but this is just for everyone, I think, and I just don't see that we can see that as something that can describe our game. Of course, the focus and energy, especially with the lack of players, we feel that on the court, but that's also a great example for everyone to learn how to play with that intensity, with that many games, and I think coach is really giving everyone the best that he can in terms of details, preparation for the game, and some sort of motivation as well. And this is how it is. I think that's something that young guys have to just accept, and all these small things like recovery, all these details that kind of look not important, but they are really something that they can change their performance on the court in this type of situation. That's it. Thank you, guys. All the best.